wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Toronto Thunderbirds. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. There's some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
That one a first down pickup of 8. 8 yards pickup. First down, now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the move to his left. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A good throw there. And this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a young...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Gay's kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Two yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot can help you force the incompletion.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now it's Fields. Got his man, it's Dulcich. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. On play action, Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So he stopped for no gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick here is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Down to about the 32.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Fields. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Fields throw caught here by Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. So they bring out their punter. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And look at this, he's going to keep it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21.
Tackled at the 21-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to make...
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Back to throw. Fields.
Looking left side. He's got it. Complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, But now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Off play action, Fields. That's taken in by Dulcich. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
On fourth down, Fields. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out, and the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's out to the flat for Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. On play action, they'll throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Randy Gregory, his second sack of the night. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They'll give Henry another shot. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week.
2nd and 8 coming up. To throw is Fields.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Thunderbirds have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Fields trying to throw for it.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, Fields. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now a first down throw. Fields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
To number 5. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Now Fields out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Justin Fields, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Thunderbirds have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back. There he goes, left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there, a big one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Back to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And Gay knocks this one through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for him to move the ball downfield.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All eyes on Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there, with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Thunderbirds have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. An excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week.